spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Vholran's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's Dahnans. Without them, making Pelegion half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt in order to survive!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Really gonna search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point, but...
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Very well.
Well,
Hey.
Pardon me.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. Almost think we're just damning from the town.
whatever's going on, these are Bull Run soldiers. Watch yourselves.
Dragon Form!
Mega Red! Thunder Field!
In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed walk.
No further! Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Illusion well! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't say.
Well...
Well?
How?
Oh, wow!
So then.
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
Actually, they were abiding Renin hierarchy. Not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
Whew! I don't sense any more enemies.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renins tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganneth Haros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Dahnans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Dahnans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it! They killed us! Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Dahnans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganath Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dahna.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, It's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Dahnans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Sounds like our... Well...
Got it!
Huh?
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Oh?
What? Yes! Just great. What?
What?
Yes! Yes!
Nice.
Sorry.
Yes.
Just great.
White, soft, and fluffy items. Is that description supposed to be figurative or literal?
Let's check anything in the area that looks edible. Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganath Haros.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
This looks perfect. Guaranteed to hit the spot.
No way! All right. Having to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Oh, hey!
Seriously?
Well...
Well...
Huh? Huh?
That's just...
guess...
Yeah. Law.
Yeah! Huh?
Oh?
Oh, wow! All right! I wasn't expecting a thank you for that.
Maybe socializing with people is helping to jog his memory bit by bit.
Thanks.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs our...
Huh?
Well... Yeah.
No way.
Huh?
Got it.
Boomy! Boomy!
Heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I kinda see where they're coming from.
Are you okay with anything as long as it's round and flies?
Sorry.
Yes.
All right.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but...
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There's Zeugles roaming around out there. We should follow after her. Okay, off we go.
You guys want to rest here? Yes.
What?
Hmm?
Hmm?
I'm afraid not.
I'm sorry.
Rinwell.
Huh?
Whew.
Hmm?
Good.
Hmm.
Right.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However...
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almeidrea killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the Resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
You're welcome?
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
I'll smash you!
Can you take
Dragon
it?
Form!
I'll be ready for it! If it hides, just back it out again! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Got it!
Well done!
Take this on! I'll bash in their defense!
Glad you have your uses.
Not today! I'll show you how useful I can be! I'm ready!
It's over! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
That's not your run-of-the-mill enemy. This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
It's a duel of the arts! Here comes! Illuminated laser!
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
I'm nearly done for.
Begin!
Try this!
Elusive deity!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
Anything in armor is all mine!
There you go! Nova that!
I can carve through armor!
Sleep now!
Dragon Form!
Can you take it?
Elusive deity!
I'll face you.
Explosive ring! Now, while it's freely!
Take it down.
Dragon Form!
Alright, it's showtime!
This!
Healing circle!
Can't get out of this!
Power surges through me.
Sleep now!
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword and with my sword.
Illuminate the dark!
Begin!
Transform Holy Prism! Illuminate the dark!
I could do without this
Art
thing.
field! Here's the healing art!
The Dragon
First
Form!
aid! Holy Land!
Dragon Form! Deity!
Radiant
I'll
Blood!
thank you.
Here! There! Go! Prism Mark! Shining Supernova!
It's showtime!
Field! Hurricane Strike! This'll come in handy!
Burn it hell! Dragon Form!
I never miss! Hurricane Strike! One at a time!
Look sharp. My head's spinning just
I
watching
can
you.
carve through armor!
Excited! One more!
Nothing gets by me.
I'm all stuck for time flat!
It's weakened.
This ends now! Dragon Form!
Illuminate blah blah magic! I'll heal you
Lucid
all!
Ring! Fang Blast! You're Muppet!
Healing Circle!
Dragon Form!
Raging Cascade!
You're mine!
Thanks for the healing.
Watch yourself, okay?
Yeah, you too.
Watch this!
Mega Ray! Lightning
Dragon Form!
Thunderblade! One more time!
Can't get out of
Magic
this!
Advance!
Swallow Dance!
Holy Land! Radiant Blood! Here!
Take this! Eagle Assault! You're finished! Come on!
I'll heal you all!
Here I come! First You're finished!
What would I do without you? Mind. What would I do without you? Dance in the wind!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint, I hear.
Get on here with that freeze laser!
Leave the points to me.
Dragon Form!
Sleep now.
Now I can let loose.
Here I come! I can carve through armor!
Annihilation!
First strike! Watch this! Not today! It's finished!
Let's do it!
Dragon Form! Try this! Talon Hurricane! Explosive Ring! Thunder Dragon! Take this!
It looks like you got this one covered. Magic is there!
That Dragon Form! In a bind? What a relief! I'm sorry to be a father.
We've all got enough on our plate.
Yes, ma'am. Awesome! Explosive Ring!
Light Ash Raging Cascade!
Dragon Form!
Steel Storm! More for the stockpile!
Your kiss time!
Hurricane!
Burn in hell!
Lightning Orb!
Inferno Punch!
I never miss! One at a time!
Dragon Form!
Dance in the wind!
Oh, now you got it!
Let me help!
Explosive
The
Ray!
finishing blow!
You'll need to beat me to it, kid.
I'll take on that challenge.
Stay away from my friend! Sword Rain Alpha!
Magic attack!
I'm ready!
Thunderblade!
Sword Rain Alpha! You may be coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Ready to go!
Dragon Swarm!
Raging Cascade!
I'm on it!
Healing Power!
Hurricane!
What would I do without you?
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Dragon Swarm!
Too much to handle?
Oh my!
Alright!
Not today!
Healing Circle!
Dragon Swarm!
Can't get out of this!
Get on in there with the others!
Strike! Come and get it!
What would I do
Explosive
without
Ring!
you?
Rinwell!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
Easy! Way to go!
We're still standing. Barely.
Little help! Let me help!
Take it!
I'm
Dragon
expert!
Form!
Coming into the fray! Not in your dreams!
Elusive deity! Oh, thank you!
Searing flame!
Your wings won't save you from me!
Here goes!
Explosive Ring!
Alright!
We got flyers!
I've got this!
Dragon
Let a
Form!
marksman
I'm
handle it!
ready!
Lightning
All
Orb!
yours!
Dance in the wind!
You're mine!
I'm ready! Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around!
Shattering the pieces! Certainly not.
In here!
Negative gate!
You're mine!
Resonate! I shall ensure you survive this!
Handle this!
No
Raging
escape!
Storm!
The
I
flame
never
inside
miss!
me
More
here
of that
will be
hate!
run
Do it!
free!
I'm freaking!
Only the best materials in your garments.
You really do have quite the discerning eye, Dohalim.
Yeah, they all kind of look the same to me.
Out of our way!
By me!
Burn in hell! Dragon Form!
Here! Wind Astral
Come and
Energy!
face it!
These ones can run rings around us!
Now I can let loose!
Illuminate the
See what I can do!
Holy Florida! One more watch and holy confiscated!
Take it!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Now! Frozen!
Hammer! Now or never!
Thunder! You only get lightning!
Can't get out of this!
Radiant Tear! Shining!
Don't get careless.
courteous, aren't you?
They're surrounding us!
Negative gate!
Illuminate
with the earth!
Come
Take
forward!
Try harder! My turn!
I'm only getting
I can shatter any steel!
Hear me! Flame of this one's mine!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
I'll bring you back from
We are freaking invincible!
Alton and the others truly are strong.
What about me? Thunderblade! Illuminate
Not
magic
done yet.
I never miss! Now!
Look sharp!
Lightning Thunderblade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Save you!
Now! Dragon form! Try this! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
That took more energy than I expected.
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you been writing stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually pretty fun to observe them from afar.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Do you mind if we chat a bit?
Now there's something I never thought I'd hear you say.
Remember when we talked about what it was like for me growing up? Well, I thought it only fair that I also get to ask what you were like as a child.
My childhood? Maybe you missed the memo that was going around, but I can't remember anything of my past.
I know. Just whatever you can remember. There's gotta be something, right?
Let me think. Well, have I ever told you about my army days? Back when I used to serve under a Dahnan master?
Yeah, but that must have been after you were already grown up, right? Do you happen to remember anything from back when you were younger?
Actually, I remember I had a kid with me.
You had a kid?
No, of course not. The child's father was another soldier. Back in those days, we risked our lives for a master we'd never even seen. We just fought for them and didn't even question it. When that kid's dad died and I saw them sitting there crying, I felt this bitter, indescribable feeling. It was like I was drinking something toxic that I knew I shouldn't, but couldn't stop. It was strange. I never understood why I reacted like that. Soldiers died every day. It wasn't anything new.
What it tells me is that deep down, you were the same man then as you are now. You've never been able to accept injustice in the world.
If you keep talking like that, you're going to embarrass me. I wonder whatever happened to that master and poor kid. Not that there's any way of knowing now. You know, I just remembered that kid was good at sewing dolls. They gave me one once. It was a good luck charm to protect me.
Dolls? I think it's time we go to sleep. Morning. Ready to head out?
I think it's safe to rest here now. Seriously?
Hey!
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need... What?
What's that noise?
Alfred, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is... transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance, too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion!
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balseph, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelegion.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganath Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave, that's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on, we don't have much time.
Where are these Forland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again. I wonder what we'll find out there this time.
Most likely Zeugles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them. There.
Retreat if you know what's good for you. I shall ensure you survive this.
In a bind?
Here I go. If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
I'm not done! Dragon Swarm!
Here I go. Go! I hope I get radiant run! Thanks, Yukara!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Holy Glimmer! Holy Glimmer! I watch!
A victory for the ages.
Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
Oh, glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free!
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
Take it!
Can you
Where
take
are
it?
you going?
It's over!
Attack time!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Lightning
Thanks, Sheila.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Try harder!
Freeze Lancer!
Here I go!
Leave the enemy's arcs to me!
No complaints here!
Sword Rain Alpha! Raining Slash! Dragon Sword! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
By the power of war!
Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm ready!
Blow away!
Illuminate
Radiant!
Come
Dragon Swarm!
Can't get out of this.
You're mine!
Begin! I'm ready!
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go. I don't know when it happened, but we sure are hauling a lot of stuff these days.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Glad to hear I'm not the only one.
We should probably clear some stuff out, like our old weapons we're not using anymore. They must be in pretty bad shape by now.
No way. Those are still good as new with a little polishing. If anything, I'd say all our armor is what's weighing us down.
But that armor's also still good once you fix it up. Besides, better to have too much armor than too little. You can trust me on that one.
Well, what about all these dumb old antiques we're lugging around? If we sell those off, that should lighten our load.
Simpletons such as yourself who can't appreciate the true worth of such things is how precious art vanishes from history.
Pretty art's not gonna save you in a fight, man.
Stop it, you guys! This is no time to...
All I really meant to say is, you can tell how much we've been through by everything we're carrying around. Honestly, that's all.
Oh.
My deepest apologies. It appears that I may have rather overreacted.
Yeah, I guess it's only natural we'd have so many souvenirs by now. I might have been out of line too.
I guess all this stuff really is a sign of how far we've come together.
Yeah, every little piece is its own treasure, filled with memories.
Well, am I improving?
Tremendously. The speed and precision of your aim is simply unmatched.
I had no idea you were watching me so closely.
Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Dahnan master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Dahnan master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Dahnan techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then. This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Dragon Swarm! You pick those shattering pieces! Attack time!
I never miss!
Precision, simulator.
Do it!
I shall feel you where you stand. Okay, here I go. Here I come!
Glacial Spear!
Dragon
Here's
Swarm!
evil! Confiscated! Freeze Lancer!
Far enough! Dragon Swarm! I'm ready!
That was almost too easy.
No enemy can stand against us.
If only every battle went so well. You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shionne.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis, as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Delpharis. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renins had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
An opponent like this should be easy. I can carve through armor! Try this! Explosive ring!
One last one! Raise my cat! Art? Now it's the everywhere!
You got fire!
You are in his out of marksman!
As soon as I'm done here, come help all yours! Ignite!
Here, let me help!
Inferno Swarm! Try this!
You require Powered Hurricane!
Not a chance!
This'll come in handy! Where's the healing? First aid!
The heavens must be smiling.
It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Volron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like it. Those soldiers...
No choice! Dragon Form!
I'm surrounded!
Inferno Punch!
Can't get out of this!
Lightning Condemned! Thunder
Dragon Form!
Holy Land! Glacial Spear! Let them mark!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for you truly!
Take this!
We are freaking invincible!
Alvin and the others truly are strong.
To the feet!
Dragon Swarm! Next!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that wasn't true.
Do it! No, I mean...
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Nice one, Alphen.
Yeah, there's more where that came from.
Gone! Prepare to be
Glacial Spear!
Not today!
Here comes!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll
Smash you!
Illuminate the
Try
dark!
this!
Come forth! Holy Fever!
Explosive
Not in
ring!
your dreams! Now, you are in his pocket!
Soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say
Shion,
no?
can you take
As
care of
impressive
them?
as no sooner said than done!
Dragon Swarm!
You alright? Do it!
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Dragon Swarm!
Illuminate the dark!
You're done! Heal away!
So much for sitting this side out.
That one! This one's got your name on it!
To action.
Barely a blip on our radar.
I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zoogle cages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnants of Volron's forces hold themselves up. Yeah.
They were hiding in a place like this all along.
Hey, what do you say we fight?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Illuminate the dark!
Ignite!
I'm like bait to them.
Far enough! You're mine!
Holy Land!
can't get
See,
out of
they look
this!
cute and stuff, but they're vicious. I never miss. Do it!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Easy! Way to go!
Dragon Form!
Leave the enemy's arcs to me.
No complaints here! Dragon Form!
Radiant Flight!
Dragon Shell!
Radiant
Dragon Form!
Flight!
I can carve through armor! Not a chance! I'm not done! Shut up! How about this? Searing Gale! We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
Holy Land!
I'm on! Dragon Swarm!
Power Storm!
Blow away! Dragon Swarm!
Only getting started.
Dragon Swarm!
A comfortable win.
That equipment should come in handy.
Backing down! Easter! Dragon
This
Swarm!
one's mine!
Dragon Shell!
Not in your dreams!
You require a hand.
Do it! We did it!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that was improvement.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look...
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Easy!
The enemy
Way to
wields
go!
arms too.
We'll soon see about that!
Dragon Swarm! You're mine!
No further.
This one's all mine!
Glacial Spear!
It's
Do
over!
it!
First strike!
Raging Freeze Order!
Dragon Swarm! Burn!
This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Fantastic!
Great! Amazing!
Shut up, Law! I'm trying to focus!
Prepare to be seized.
Trying to be nice.
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both. Do it!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Raging Cascade!
Now you see what I can do.
I'll treat it to hero now!
All aboard the victory train!
Overconfidence can bite you in the butt. Looks like some solid equipment.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose, anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegis?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renaissalma, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
Dohalim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegis may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cyslodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell, are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am. But I don't know how to talk to her about it.
You and me both.
Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegis along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelegion.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the two of them have in common is that they're both Renans.
Okay, you two. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.
Now we're not...
Here's the evil!
Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Blaze Lancer!
You're finished!
Leave the chargers to me!
Dance in the wind!
Follow dance!
Air thrust! Let you get toasty!
Burn Strike!
My fists are crushing it out there!
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
They're surrounding us! It's over!
Here I come!
Far enough!
Inferno Punch! Dragon... Careful, everyone. This one isn't normal.
Hold together. Just a little longer.
Got fire.
Thanks for the sympathy.
Get it together. We need you informed.
All yours. Dragon form.
In a bind.
Hurricane.
Raging storm. This one's mine. All right. It's showtime. Do it. Astral energy.
Say no more. Got it.
Well done.
Dragon form. Dragon form.
They're all coming after me.
I'm coming.
I'm not scared.
Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
Here I go.
First strike.
Thunder blade. Illuminate the dark.
Blow away.
Holy land.
Dragon form.
Do it. It's over. Astral energy. Full throttle.
Did you see?
Sure did. You were checking out Kisara from behind.
No, I wasn't.
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
La.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Hi, Hoodle.
Glacial spear. Here's evil.
Hold on to your heart. Here I come.
Do it.
Kisara, I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life.
Illuminate the dark. Here's the healing
Flying
artery.
freak. Why can't they just sit still?
Xion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Eagle assault.
This one's mine. Do it.
I still got a ways to go.
Ow! Take this.
Dance in the flame of fury. Glacial spear. Here's evil.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free.
Now.
Dragon Claw. Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
See that?
That training's paying off.
You're done. Illuminate the dark.
Burn in hell.
Holy glitter.
Here I come.
Holy land.
Just the top. Watch this.
Do it.
We fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Tunnel.
Easy.
A breeze.
An easy breeze.
Ow!
Dragon form.
Whirling snap.
Here's a healing artery.
Explosive ring. Now I can let loose. Dragon form.
Ready.
Eagle's eye. I'll smash you. Watch this.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Ready to tear you apart. Blow away.
Come forth, holy glitter.
This could be useful. An opponent like this should be easy. Dragon form. Damn it.
Denied. In the wind.
Ignite. Dragon form.
Primed and ready. Do it.
Not a chance.
I never miss. Shining.
What is this?
Hey, you okay?
I can still do this. Dragon form.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
This might be... some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
We made it to Cyslodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
Oh, good. We can cross through here.
Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Rinwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, I've got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back, as soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Heros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Cyslodia's probably in good hands with him.
Yeah. Now we can focus on finding a ship.
A boat, huh? Where are we gonna find one of those? It's not the kind of thing people just leave lying around.
Especially not Renans. For an Imperial power, they never have shown much interest in maritime expansion. Still, I dare say there should be the odd small vessel here and there.
All well and good, but that structure's slap bang in the middle of the ocean. A fishing boat won't cut it.
Let's just try to find one that won't sink us halfway out, yeah? Not that it needs to be a huge galley like Almeidria's or anything.
Just as well, since we've passed, let's see, literally 0 huge galleys.
All I know is we have to reach that thing in the ocean. Anything that might work, I say we try it. Thanks to Bregan, it seems like Ganeth Heros should be in good hands, at least.
I wonder who they'll send to look after things. It'll be someone from one of the other resistance organizations, no doubt.
They could do a whole lot worse than someone like Doc. A knowledge of medicine would go a long way there.
Wait, do you mean the old guy back in Calaglia? Ganeth Heros would be one hell of a trek from there. He'd have to get here first.
My brother's old second-in-command, Legil, would be a perfect fit, too. Pity she'll probably still have her hands tied up with work in Menancia.
Mahag Saar will be the same story. They won't have the manpower as it is, let alone enough to start exporting it.
Man, Everyone's still struggling to get back on their feet, huh?
Knowing Bregan, he'll probably take things into his own hands. He seems like the kind of guy who enjoys a challenge.
Thinking back on it now, though, it does kind of make you realize just how many people we've gotten to know in each of the places we visited.
That's true. And each and every connection we forged is priceless. Anyway, we can trust Bregan to take care of things from here. Come on, let's focus on the task at hand.
Do you sense one of your friends who... Hoodle?
Looks like we got another reward.
I didn't realize that so many still remained.
I thought the Danon owls had all but died out myself.
Just so we're clear, this place is supposed to be a...
Yes, I'm aware.
It's a pity, though. With proper training, they could be made into a magnificent chorus.
What are they hooting about now?
Alphen and Xion can interpret for us, right?
Huh? Oh, no, I mean...
Yeah? Maybe you'll be lucky twice.
Really? Well, let's see. Listen to them.
What do you mean? You're the one who...
It's my responsibility to protect our friends.
Stop trying to take everything upon yourself.
This is what the owls are...
Of course.
I must say, though, we've found quite a number. It's a testament to how much you care for Hootle.
I wonder which branch...
Rinwell?
Oh, nothing. Well, come on. The perches are all...
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Did you used to come here when you were younger, Kisara?
You bet. See the dent in that?
No backing down! Dragon Form! Dragon Form! Try harder! Training! Dragon Form! Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Prepare to be sealed. Actually, that sound is more appropriate.
Do it! Let's talking more. Do it.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that? That training's paying off!
Armor won't save you.
Dragon Swarm!
Eat
Try this!
Eat this!
Explosive Ring!
Glacial Spear.
Dragon Swarm! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Freaking does it! They've got me surrounded.
Burn in hell! Here I come!
No further. Dance in the wind now.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Dragon Swarm!
I never miss.
Here you go!
Feel.
Explosive Ring!
This one.
Now escape! I owe you one! Dragon Swarm!
The earth throbs with pain.
Illuminate the dark.
Crush it on!
Get toasty.
Burn Strike!
Right. Next one.
Dragon Swarm!
Already on it.
Try this! Explosive Ring! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm!
Thunder Field.
Do it! Take this! Well!
Demons descend.
Flashing Fang!
Ready and ready. I'm out of ammo.
Dragon Swarm!
Energy.
Yes! Now I'm into it!
Lightning
Revolve! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Glacial Spear. Pierce the evil.
Dragon Swarm!
Freeze Lancer.
Eat this! I can carve through
Gale
armor!
Force.
Dragon
Lightning
Swarm!
Resist.
No further! Dragon Swarm!
Holy Land.
There! Talon Storm!
Into the center. This one's mine.
Here I come!
You see what happened there is you crossed me.
It's your turn!
This one's mine. Raging Cascade. Seal. Use the healing art.
Eat this!
I'm on a roll now. That's awesome. Radiant Blue.
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! Eat this! Dragon Swarm!
Far enough.
Try this!
Healing Circle.
Explosive Ring!
I'm on a roll now. Lightning.
Dragon Swarm!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Load of ammo. Heal 4 confiscated. Healing Circle. What would I do now?
Dragon Swarm!
Annihilate.
Try this!
Radiant Force.
Explosive Ring! Talon Storm! Eternal Devastation!
Dance in the wind.
Dragon Swarm!
Attack time. Freeze Lancer.
Armor won't save you! Not today!
Mega Ray.
Dragon Swarm! Take this! Try this! It's too much!
Here,
Take this! You're finished! Dragon Swarm!
I can handle it. Here, Flame of Fury.
You're mine!
Eagle Dawn.
Dragon
Burning
Swarm!
Let the marksman handle it. Do not.
You'll pay for that!
Don't get it. This one's mine. I'm freaking.
Blue coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll bring you
Take
back
this.
from death to this.
Dragon Swarm!
Illuminate the dark.
No! Can't end here!
Holy Land. Here's a healing art. First aid. Dance in the wind. Air I'll bring you back from death to this. Hurricane. Flame of Fury.
Not done yet!
Wind Astral Energy.
Dragon Swarm!
Here's a healing art. First aid. Wind Astral Energy. Dance in the wind. Whirlwind Peace.
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! I'll tear you apart!
Here, let me help.
You're mine! Take this!
handle it.
I owe you, Tion.
Healing is what my arts do best. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
No more Miss Nice Girl!
Shattering pieces! Attack us!
I owe you one.
That's
Dragon Swarm!
Roll it now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Radiant Blood! Here!
Eat this! Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine! Go get it!
Explosive Ring!
Razor Sight Onyx! We're coming through! Healing Circle!
Eat dirt! Now,
Crazy Blade!
Dragon Swarm!
Thanks!
Prepare to be seized! Take this!
Here I come! You're right!
Holy Land!
Explosive
I can handle it!
I'm on!
Back into the
You're
field!
done! Dragon Swarm!
Inferno Punch!
Talon Storm! Radiant here! Dance in the wind!
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane! First aid!
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword, and with my thorns.
Eat dirt! Dragon Swarm!
Here, get on Flame Fury! Burning Strike!
Electro
Spear! Eat the
Explosive Ring!
Now I'm
Where
in
are
the
you
tour.
going?
You're mine!
Eat this!
More for the top!
Glacial
Spear!
Spear. In a
Here's
bind.
the evil!
Dragon Swarm!
Swallow dance!
Ready! Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! My watch!
Shouldn't have messed with me!
Blow away!
Lightning Blaster!
Blow away!
Talon Storm!
Raining
Holy
Fire!
Glimmer!
Take this!
Holy Land!
Big Blast! This one's all mine!
Radiant
Dragon Swarm!
I've let you all down.
Can't be
Stay away from my friends! Not today!
Holy Land!
Dragon Swarm! You're mine!
Rage Cascade! Spread! Dance in the wind! Seal! More for the stockpile! Lightning Orb! Alright!
Now or never.
Vortex Force! Spread! This one! Seal! This'll come in handy!
Can't get out of this!
Dragon Swarm!
Is there
Lightning
no
Orb!
way out?
Any more of this and I'll burn out!
Make it rain!
Grimmo!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
finally made it.
It's freezing.
It's always like this in Cyslodia.
Menencia was most fortunate, I see.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
I see a cat. I wonder how Zari's doing.
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't...
Huh? You?
Yeah.
Could that be... What the... Oh, again? Maybe if you did it. Calm down, dude. Let's hurry.
What language was that? Lawese? I didn't understand a word of it.
Sorry about that. That was Patvo, an old friend of mine. He's like a little bro to me. There's a Zoogle on the loose that he couldn't finish off. Want to help deal with it?
Another? Well, I guess it can't be helped.
Looks perfect and tastes just as good.